And welcome into this edition of ACAP Today for the latter half of November 2023. I'm Jason Parent with the Aroostook County Action Program. On this week's edition of ACAP Today, it's the holiday season, and certainly we're all going to be eating well and enjoying the festivities. But many of us are already thinking ahead to how we can be more physically active and be more nutritious in our eating choices. We're going to talk with a group of folks, including one of ACAP's own, who are working on ensuring that that happens for people right here in Aroostook County, that we both stay physically active and that we enjoy a healthy diet. We're going to have that conversation in just a little bit. But as we always do, we're first going to get to the news and information that you can use again for this, the second half of November 2023. And in the news and information that you can use, we first turn to this, and that's coverme.gov. This is affordable healthcare coverage open enrollment season here in the state of Maine. Open enrollment coverage began officially at the beginning of the month on November 1st, and it will continue through the 15th of January in 2024. Now, if you have any questions, if you are already enrolled through coverme.gov program, now is a great time to check out to see if you could be getting a better deal. Maybe look at different programs that are available that weren't available in the marketplace when you first enrolled. Or if you are looking for health insurance, haven't had some, don't have some currently, now is a great time to get into the marketplace. You can call us here at ACAP. We offer assistance, navigation assistance for the healthcare enrollment marketplace, the open enrollment marketplace. And we have navigators that help specifically with this work. You can call us at 764-3721. or email us at info@acap-me.org, and we can help you navigate the coverme.gov affordable healthcare coverage open marketplace here in the state of Maine. Up next, a new program that's being offered through Efficiency Maine, through our partners at Efficiency Maine. We've talked a lot about heat pumps through ACAP today and through the programs and services we offer here at ACAP, but these are heat pump water heater incentives that are available now for folks. In addition to saving money on oil or electric bill, these heat pump water heaters dehumidify spaces that they are in. Thousands of Mainers have them, and satisfaction is high. So Efficiency Maine is offering free heat pump water heaters, including the installation to eligible Mainers. Now, how do you determine if you're eligible? Well, qualified low-income households, at least one household member participates in one of these programs, and that ensures eligibility or helps you guarantee eligibility. The Home Energy Assistance Program, so the program that we offer here to Aroostook County residents through ACAP. The Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, also known as SNAP for food assistance. The Temporary Assistance for Needy Families Program, known as TANF for cash assistance, or Maine Care for medical insurance coverage. So if you belong to one of those programs, odds are you are eligible to have a heat pump water heater installed in your home. Now, these households may be eligible for elevated rebates based on federal adjusted gross income. Again, up to $70,000 for an individual filing a single head of household, or married filing separately, or $100,000, I should say, if married filing jointly or individual filing as a qualified widower. So those are the income guidelines for folks. You can go to Efficiency Maine. This is not a program that we offer here through the Community Action Agency, unfortunately, but you can go to efficiencymaine.com for more information on the heat pump water heater incentive program. We are pleased to be partnering here at ACAP with an organization in the state of Maine here for an upcoming event. This is a workshop that will be helping middle school boys, help not middle school boys in the workshop, but help individuals who work with middle school boys navigate conversations and situations about gender and male violence towards self and others. So the training opportunity is coming to Aroostook County. It's coming right here to Presque Isle on the 5th and 6th of December from 9 to 3 on both days at ACAP's 771 Main Street, Presque Isle Customer Service Center facility. If you would like more information on this workshop, more information on this training institute, you can give us a call here at the agency and we can connect you with the agency. If you're able to scan the QR code there on the screen, you can also connect that way. The Training Institute will give more than curriculum. It will connect you, the participants, and others who are doing similar work in their communities and work together at building a community of support and creating impact and change. And it's an adaptable curriculum that can be used with youth in high school, middle school, or elsewhere. So if you would like to learn more about this workshop opportunity, Safer Schools and Communities Start Here, please contact us here at ACAP and we'll put you in touch with the appropriate folks. Homebuyer education classes continue to be offered through ACAP. The final session for 2023 will be offered on the 9th of December. It will be offered via Zoom. So if you want to participate, no need to leave your home and go anywhere. It's an 8-hour homebuyer education class taught by industry professionals, which will bring in folks like lenders, home inspectors, real estate agents in a non-sales environment. The Homeworks Homebuyer Education classes provide an opportunity to learn about the home buying process in this neutral environment. The course, as I mentioned, is open to the public. Registration is required. Now, if you do participate, you will receive a certificate of completion for homebuyer education that can be presented at participating local Maine state housing lenders, which give you some preferential rates there. There are also local lenders, realtors, and title companies that, as I mentioned, will participate in the live via Zoom classes. And the best part about it is participants may be eligible for, I should say, actually up to $5,000 through the Maine Housing Advantage program that could be used toward your closing costs or for a down payment. So great incentive there for folks who are eligible to participate. You can call us at 764-3721 or email us at homebuyeredu@acap-me.org to register for the class or find out more information about it on December 9th, the last one of 2023. We are also continuing to help make folks in Aroostook County aware that the Home Energy Assistance Program is currently taking appointments for the current heating season that we are in now. The income eligibility guidelines are there on your screen based upon household size and income level for a month. Now, we encourage folks out there who are maybe just a little bit over those income eligibility guidelines or who have had a change in just the most recent month that may peg them a little bit closer to that to consider calling us to get an appointment and applying for the Home Energy Assistance Program. We can do those applications or those interviews, I should say, in person or over the phone, those appointments. And then we will get the required documents, work with you to get the required documents. It usually takes at this time of year, closer to 8 weeks, depending on when the documents are received for eligibility to be determined and what is called certification to happen. Benefit amount for eligible households varies depending on household size. Average benefit this year, unfortunately, far less than last year, around $550. But again, it depends on size of household and a number of other variables that our team will work through. Again, medical expenses that are paid out of pocket can be deducted from this. So if you don't quite meet these income eligibility guidelines, but do know that you have medical expenses, our team can work with you on what those would look like. And of course, this is a program we've been talking about for a bit now, and will likely come to an end in the first part of 2024, but it is still available. It's called the Maine Homeowner Assistance Fund. It can provide eligible homeowners up to $50,000 in benefits that can be used for a variety of expenses or past due bills, again, for those who are Maine homeowners. The program is for those who have owned their home since before January 21st of 2020 and who have experienced financial hardships after the 1st of January 2020. The HAF program can provide assistance with the following. It can be mortgage payments, homeowners insurance, property taxes, utilities, fuel accounts, broadband internet services. Those are the primary areas where assistance is available. The income eligibility guidelines are right there on your screen based upon your household size. If you think you might be eligible for this program based upon those income eligibility guidelines and need more information, please do give us a call here at ACAP. You can also go directly online to mainhomeownerhelp.org and you can start the application process right there, but we're also happy to help you navigate that as well. So call us right here at ACAP on the number on your screen. And we also want to remind folks out there that the federal government is once again offering free at-home COVID tests to community members sent directly in the mail to them. Over a period of time, these had ceased to be offered, but with an uptick in cases yet again. This fall, they resumed this program. COVIDtest.gov is the place to go to order your test to be sent directly to your home. We encourage folks, especially as we head into cold and flu season here, to consider doing that so you have a supply on hand if you should need to test. And we are also now in full swing with our ACAP school-aged childcare program at RSU 39's Caribou Community School. That happens Monday through Fridays during the school year between 2:30 p.m., so as school lets out, through 5:30 p.m. to help parents ensure that they have coverage through their workday. And during school breaks, it's offered between 7 a.m. and 5:30 p.m. Now, this is for children, school-age children 5 to 12 years of age, and the program is offered directly in the Caribou Community School. If you want more information or want to enroll your child, you can go online to get that application. You can also call Marcy Driscoll at 554-4175 or email Marcy at mdriscoll@acap-me.org. Again, that's a service provided by the Aroostook County Action Program in partnership with the RSU 39 in the Caribou Community School. And we've also been talking about this. Tax season is just around the corner, and we are helping to work with the Cash Coalition along with New Ventures Maine and other partners that we'll be announcing and talking about in a little bit. But right now, what we're looking for are volunteers who want to help with tax preparation countywide coming up in the early winter season. Now, the tax preparation season will run from early February to just around tax filing time on the 15th of April. So it's a couple months commitment, but it is volunteer. So we will take you when you are able to support the program and when you're able to come in. We'll provide all the training. And the reason why we're seeking volunteers now is that training is going to be taking place coming up here as we head into the holiday season. Recognize that's not the ideal time, but we'll try to keep that training time limited so that we can work with you and get that rest of the actual work that you will be doing, volunteer work that you'll be doing, to happen during the tax season, again, February through April. Why should you volunteer? Well, you're going to be assisting your neighbors who need help with their taxes. You'll learn new skills that will help build your resume if that's something you're interested in. So we're looking for volunteers of all ages. And you'll bring, last year, about more than $3.9 million in federal tax refunds was brought to Maine households. A lot of that right here in Aroostook County, as Aroostook County does do a large percentage of the state's tax returns here in the county. There's free training and no experience is required. So please do learn more at cashmaine.org or give us a call here at ACAP at 532-5371. Kim Garrett-Michaud is leading this program for us, and we're looking forward to folks joining as volunteers so we can serve more people across Aroostook County with this valuable free tax preparation service this winter. And we've talked about this as well, and we'll be talking a little bit more about it early in the new year as we bring on a new program that will be a complement to this program. But we are offering through our partners at Vitamin Angels free prenatal vitamins for all women of childbearing age here in Aroostook County. This is for parents who are expecting or for parents who are considering perhaps that getting pregnant and having a child in the coming year or so is something that you're interested in. We do have this resource available. Again, free prenatal vitamins through Vitamin Angels. You can call us at 764-3721 or email us at info@acap-me.org for more information. And we also are continuing to be that link, that liaison for folks to connect with the Federal Communications Affordable Connectivity Program. This is providing high-speed internet to help folks in households across rural parts of the state, rural parts of the country, like here in Aroostook County, connect to things that matter like work, school, healthcare, and much more. Nearly 7,000 households in Aroostook County have access to internet savings thanks to the FCC's Affordable Connectivity Program, and ACAP is the resource to help get other folks connected. So if you are having difficulty paying for your internet or don't have any because you are afraid of the fiscal limitations, you can go directly to getinternet.gov to learn more about the program or call us here at ACAP 764-3721, and our navigators can help get you connected with the Affordable Connectivity Program that provides the discount that you might need to help get you and keep you connected on the internet for your household. And lastly, if we haven't talked about something here and you are in need of some level of assistance, we are here to help and we would be happy to help. You can give us a call at 764-3721 here at ACAP, whether those needs are employment, housing, applying for benefits, food and wellness, connecting to resources, early care and education, whatever they are, we are here, and we can also help connect you with some of our partner organizations if we don't offer that program and service right here at our agency. We do, again, have the team of navigators that are here for you, and we certainly encourage you to reach out as you need assistance. And that's this week's news and information that you can use for this, the first or the second half, the latter half of November 2023. And as I noted at the top of our broadcast, we are pleased to have a conversation today about, as we're heading into the holiday season here, a lot of us are thinking about the great eating that we'll be doing. And as we head into the winter season, maybe some of the recreational activities that we can engage in. And we're going to talk about both of those things in this broadcast, about how we can both eat healthy and live healthy in terms of our lives. And so we have some great experts joining us today to talk about that. First, joining us from the State of Maine Obesity Prevention Program Office, the program manager, Dawn Littlefield. Dawn, welcome to the program.
Hi, thank you. Thanks for having me.
Great. And then also joining us, Renee Bragdon, who's no stranger to ACAP today. She's a community educator here at ACAP, and she now works for the program called HEAL, and we're going to learn all about HEAL in just a little bit. Renee, welcome back. And two of our new guests joining us today, Laura Bagley, who's from Nurture by Nature. We're going to learn all about that organization. So welcome to you, Laura.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here.
And then certainly joining us as well, a familiar face here in Aroostook County, Elaine Hendrickson, a longtime educator who is now working in her role as the executive board member of the Francis Malcolm Science Center in Easton. We all know that as the planetarium, but of course, Elaine is going to talk about some of the other programs that are happening there that are helping people to get active and stay healthy here in our community. So thank you all for joining us. I think we're going to start with you, Dawn, in terms of a foundational understanding. The HEAL program that I mentioned that Renee oversees throughout Aroostook County as a community educator for ACAP is part of the Maine Prevention Network. So can you tell us about the Maine Prevention Network? What is it, and what happens with the Maine Prevention Network?
Sure, I'm glad to do that. The Maine Prevention Network is a collaboration between the Maine Center for Disease Control and Prevention and public health district level community partners such as yourself. And that was awarded through a request for proposal and awarded last year, January 1st. So the community work is done statewide through the whole public health district setting to implement evidence-based prevention programming for not just obesity prevention, healthy eating, active living, but also substance use, tobacco, some youth engagement and empowerment, and additional mass reach health communications.
Great. Now, I introduced you as the Obesity Prevention Manager with the Maine CDC. Tell us about that role and what is it that you specifically do?
Well, I work in the chronic disease program within the Division of Disease Prevention. And my role is the Obesity Prevention Program Manager, as you mentioned. And in my role, I oversee the healthy eating, active living work, both within the Maine Prevention Network, but also statewide in other areas. As part of the Maine Prevention Network, I provide guidance and technical assistance to our funded partners, including Renee with ACAP. And what we do is work on development and implementation of their plans. And I also provide opportunities for technical assistance in categorical areas. Some other areas that are part of my role include working with other state agencies and partners to promote changes that support making active living and healthy eating the easy choice. This includes convening many state coalitions and groups to implement policies and strategies that improve the built environment, food systems, and create more opportunities for all Maine residents to eat healthy and be physically active.
Now, Renee is going to talk to us in just a little bit about how the Healthy Eating Active Living program is happening here in Aroostook County. She's doing a fantastic job in engaging at all levels here. But tell us about it from sort of a statewide perspective level, about HEAL and about the obesity prevention education that's happening statewide.
Well, across the state, all of the funded partners are working on three main areas of focus: promoting the changes, improving systems that allow healthy eating to be the easy choice, and it's a little redundant here, promote changes and develop or support systems that make active living accessible for all people. And then the last focus area is really supporting and promoting breastfeeding in best practices in communities, workplaces, and within birthing centers. And the way the work is focused, it really is funded over the 9 public health districts. And that again covers all the counties and tribal communities that implement this program.
So you did mention all of the counties and the tribal communities all are engaged in this work at some level?
That's correct.
Awesome. Lastly, how is this work funded?
So I'm not sure if people are familiar, but Maine, like many other states, a little over 20 years ago, received a master tobacco settlement, and that funds the Fund for Healthy Maine, and Maine Prevention, Healthy Eating, Active Living efforts are funded through the settlement dollars.
So Dawn, I'm going to certainly invite you to stay engaged in the conversation here as we sort of shift perspective to locally here in Aroostook County in terms of what's happening and how the HEAL program is impacting lives regionally with our next 3 guests. Renee Bragdon, I'm going to begin with you because you can sort of provide the same perspective that Dawn did at the statewide level, more locally here in Aroostook County, to tell us about how HEAL is making a difference here in the county.
Right, thank you. And Dawn, I appreciate you covering a lot of the focus areas today. I just wanted to clarify that my role really here is to make the connections and see the gaps and help to find the needed resources in the within agencies, businesses, organizations, and to really help create a healthier environment for the groups and the individuals that they serve. This could be schools or workplaces, rec departments, child cares, and I really try to come alongside them and help them set goals and encourage them to make small steps and improvements in their workplaces, the wellness plans, and anything regarding their nutrition or physical activity.
That's awesome. Now, I do have a couple of slides here of information that you've prepared. One of them talks about a HEAL, a Healthy Eating, Active Living lending library. Can you share some information about that?
Yes. Are you able to pull that up?
There you go. It's coming right up. There you go.
Great, thank you. So this was one of our lending library resources that we created. It was part of one of our deliverables that we agreed to within the grant. And so what we really wanted to do was support municipalities and local groups by showing the things that we could loan out as far as physical activity, nutrition resources, anything they may need. And what we did is we created a QR code system for learning about the program and requesting the items. So there's things such as story walks and yard games and equipment to help encourage movement. And this one resource, I was thankful that went out because this actually allowed the collaboration with Nurture by Nature. Laura happened to see this and she reached out to me, and boy, has our relationship taken off because this was created. So I am excited to grow this resource, and we have some new additions that will be added to that very soon.
Wonderful. So you did sort of tag Laura in on the conversation. So I'm going to transition over to you, Laura, to talk about how you've been engaging with Renee and the Healthy Eating Active Living program. She shared with us that you're certainly using some of the resources available, but it sounds like the partnership is certainly continuing to expand.
Yeah. Well, like Renee said, we've been speaking more about how we can collaborate moving forward, which is really exciting. It seems like we have some of the same goals and focuses in mind. Like you said, I work with Nurture by Nature. We're a new nonprofit that was created and is centered in Caribou. We focus on overall wellness on a community and individual level. Part of how we try to do that is through our work at the Caribou Community Garden. We just broke ground on that this last spring with a few other local groups in the area. We donate the food grown here back to the community and local food pantries. And we participated in the HEAL and the lending library. Renee lent us a few activities for our fall fundraising day this past October, which was really fantastic to have out there. And since then, we've been speaking more about how we can sort of collectively continue to address food security efforts here in the county. Which is, where we're at today with things. And I'm really excited to talk about it more and see what we can do.
That's great. Now, in addition to obviously the work that you do, Laura, one of the organizations in Aroostook County that's well known for working to engage youth and adults is the Francis Malcolm Science Center. And Elaine Hendrickson, a very well-known Central Aroostook educator, retired educator now, joins us from their executive committee. Elaine, talk about the work that you've been able to do with Renee and the great things that are happening at the Francis Malcolm Science Center.
Renee and I just met, was it a couple of weeks ago, and she went on a tour with us. We have about 5 miles of trail system that is open year-round to people from all over Aroostook County to come and hike or ski or snowshoe at no cost. We also provide programs for students around the county. During COVID, as with many programs, we did not have many people who are coming to the Science Center, so we're trying to rebuild our programs. Right now, we have a group of 4 educators who are working very hard to invite school systems to come to our the Science Center to either go on nature hikes and or do programs inside of the center, which involve planetarium shows. I'm more involved in the outside projects because that's where I come from. I love to ski and hike and do all of those things. And so we have been developing different things that have to do with nature, such as nature hikes for the children. We make them, one of my goals is to make them hands-on, very educational for them so that they go away knowing more about nature than they did before. It's very easy, as you know, to go for a hike and ignore what's along the trail beside you. And we try to point those things out. I also try to make them so that they can use their senses of sight and sound and hearing and smell, because a lot of them do not, a lot of our kids now don't have the opportunity to feel and touch things a lot. And so I've worked those into my programs too. We have designed programs that not only the nature trail, we do a lot with the biodiversity and the the system of how ecosystem that our forest provides to children. So I certainly enjoy it. And we've had, last year, we had 1,698 children that came back to the Science Center. And we were very pleased with that. We had 16 schools from Aroostook County who participated, and we even had one school come over from New Brunswick to spend the day with us. And so we really enjoyed that. We also have catered to special needs adults. We've had several groups from around the county who have come. They have not taken part so much in the hiking, and Renee and I actually did spend some time talking about that, how to make the trails more accessible to the children or the adults who come that do have handicapped. And we decided that there would be one trail probably that would be good for a wheelchair, so they could take a wheelchair around. So we're making progress, and we have some needs as a group because our fund that we were based upon is running out of money. So right now we are an all volunteer system. So we all volunteer our time in order to provide this resource to the children in the county and the adults in the county.
And certainly, you know, as a retired educator yourself, that these opportunities for youth to engage in facilities and with systems like the Francis Malcolm Science Center are certainly very valuable.
Yes.
Now, Renee, one of the things that Elaine was speaking about was about hiking in the trails at the Francis Malcolm Science Center or around the Francis Malcolm Science Center. You've also developed a resource for organizations like hers and for individuals who are interested in hiking as an activity. Talk about that resource if you could.
That's right. And if you're able to bring that up, that would be great. So I worked with the development team here at ACAP. One of our deliverables was to support and use strategies within our grant. Is it to use the strategies that could improve communications for how to access the walking trails and the bike paths and the ski trails. Anything to do with snowshoes, So what we did was we created another rat card, and we've been able to roll those out at different events. So anywhere as I go, I bring those rat cards, and people can scan that rat card. And so we wanted to make sure that they had that easy trail finder. So this is the trail finder, maintrailfinder.com. And so we added some tips for hiking to be safe and things like that. But I think that what's exciting is that when you scan that card, it actually can link to the Malcolm Science Center and their beautiful trails that they've created there. And we can help promote the area and what's available and what the things that Elaine has poured her life into and her time into. So I really wanted to highlight that. But I also wanted to say that both of these women are volunteers, and they volunteer their time. And, we have retired school teachers, we have young moms willing to really pour their time and their effort into our community. So I do want to, really stress the importance of the work that they're doing to make our community healthier and a better place to live.
Certainly, and credit to them, but credit to you, because I know that you're also working really across Aroostook County. Elaine and Laura are representative of a number of both organizations and individuals and communities that you're working with across Aroostook County. You do a great job of chronicling that as well. So maybe talk about some of the other things that you're engaging in from a countywide perspective.
Sure. Yeah. So Heal's previously done some other work with the spring and the summer at the ACAP Hope and Prosperity Center, where we were supporting them with resources such as herb container gardens. Because right now, with the rising costs of groceries and the prices that we pay to just feed our families, it's essential, I think, to encourage individuals to be self-sufficient, to have the resources to learn to grow their own food, and have a place in the community where fresh fruits and vegetables are available, like the one that Laura's working on. So I've come along with a lot of partnerships through this work. We've done some age-friendly group work, aging populations, encouraging them to bring some physical activity and to bring some healthy foods into their meetings and where they gather. We've done some community baby shower support, party at the pad. We've worked at different places like that. Summer feeding meal program distribution, that was a big hit. We fed a lot of families this summer, and now I'm working with some libraries to get some of our resources out that way, and continue with our seed library program too. So I know that's a lot, but there, and if we had more time, I'd give more details about every one of those programs. But a lot of great work is happening in this county, and my eyes are open to see, to be a resource and to pull all of this together is super exciting.
Yeah, so folks are hearing about some of the exciting things that you're doing and saying, gosh, I'd love to have some of that come to my community or my organization. They can certainly reach out to you and connect with you on that, correct?
That's right. And my email, I don't know if it's up, but we can make sure it's available. It's rbragdon@acap-me.org. I know all of these women are great resources. And so, yeah, that's how they can get a hold of me.
Laura and Elaine, let's connect with you on that as well. Laura is a relatively new nonprofit in this community, in our county community. What comes next for Nurture by Nature, and what are you looking forward to, and how can folks connect with you?
Well, we have a lot of plans for the garden this next season. Like I said, we just broke ground on it this last spring. We've been able to do a little bit out there, but we're really looking to ramp up the food production of the garden so we can really make an impact with that locally in the community there. We're also looking to hold some more workshops out there this next season. To circle back to what Elaine was saying, what they do there, a lot of what motivated me to want to bring this community garden space to the area is the idea of therapeutic horticulture, which is basically what Elaine was touching on, just all the different aspects of nature and plants, just being around a garden and those different sensory elements of it. They can all contribute to your well-being in different ways. So along with the nutritional aspect of being able to bring some fresh produce to the area and share it with the community in that way, I'm really looking to use this space as an area where people can come and get in touch with nature and, like Renee said as well, learn to grow their own food and have access to that. So making these connections with Renee and, hearing what Elaine is doing out there is really exciting to me. And I'm looking forward to, to what's ahead for, what we can do. Yeah.
And Laura, if people want to connect with you at Nurture by Nature, how can they best do that?
Well, I know it's a little lengthy of a title here, but you can email me at laura@nurturebynaturemaine.com. We're also on Facebook. You can link up with us that way. And I'm really interested to see what the community wants for this space as well, and what they feel is important, and what they want to see out there. So if anyone is interested in what we're doing and, has some ideas out there, I'm very, I welcome all of that input.
And Elaine, winter season is certainly a very busy one for Francis Malcolm Science Center. What's on the horizon with your organization, and how can folks connect with you?
Well, we're getting geared up for the 2024 Great Eclipse on April 8th. And we are trying to do some education with the community and school groups about safety during an eclipse, what they're going to see and what they're going to experience, and how to protect their eyesight. So we're planning a program the day of the eclipse that people can come join us, and then we'll have our astronomer, Jim Stepp, go through step by step what's happening during the eclipse, which will be a great experience for all of us to know exactly what's going on. We're doing community showings of we have a new full dome show called Totality, and we are showing that to the public on different weekends. We're planning to have a train the trainer type workshop for teachers in the area so they can come and learn more about the eclipse that's coming up in March. Then we are hosting school groups and encouraging them to come to watch Totality. And then we are doing hands-on different things with them. Right now, we're having them make pinhole eclipse viewers so that they can have something to make and take to go home with them. The other thing I'm very excited about is we have, it's been my vision since I've been helping there, to create a black spruce bog trail. We have a lot of swamp at the Francis Malcolm Science Center, and in Aroostook County, we have a number of bog trails, but they're not signed. And so what I would like to do is introduce our students to the special plants that live in that particular area and the animals that frequent it, such as pitcher plants and sundews, which are insectivore, not saying that right, insectivore plants. And that with our students and with me in general. And then I guess yes, winter is coming, yay. And we have, when that swamp freezes, it is one of the most beautiful places in Aroostook County to come and either snowshoe or cross-country ski. If it's windy and you go out further on our trails, there will be no wind. And I really encourage people to come there at no cost. We do ask for donations. Last year, a farmer by the name of Bruce Fuelling volunteered to pack our trails for us. And so that's made all the difference in the snowshoeing and the skiing, I believe. And of course, if you come, you might even see a Canada jay, because I saw Canada jays out there last year for the first time.
Awesome. And that's for wayfinding purposes. I know the Francis Malcolm Science Center is right there on Route 1A in Easton, but the trails in particular, are they across the road from the facility?
Yes, they're across the road. And last winter, we started plowing a place for people to park down in the field so that they don't have to walk across the road. And we do have a shelter right there on the edge of the trail that Lowe's built for us, where people can put their snowshoes and skis on.
Wonderful. Great. All right. Well, I want to do one sort of last check-in with folks, including you, Dawn, to sort of get any reflections or thoughts that you have about the work happening either statewide, Dawn, because you certainly have your fingers on the pulse of that, but of what you're hearing here in Aroostook County. So let me sort of get any final reflections and thoughts from you that you'd like to share.
Thanks, Jason. I really appreciated this conversation today. I get to meet with Renee and her supervisor monthly, and then statewide, all of the coordinators. But really hearing the people that are in the community talk about this brings it to life for me. I do all the high level stuff, so getting down and hearing that what I really relate to is in the community was really heartwarming for me. So thank you so much and keep up the good work. Nice job, Renee.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Renee, I'm going to save you for last, actually, is the last word. I'm going to do the last word. I'm going to go to Laura and then Elaine and then come back to you. Laura, anything that you wanted to make sure that you got out there to folks that you didn't, or anything else that you'd like to share?
Well, I just wanted to say thank you again for having me as part of this conversation. It's great to hear about what other people are doing, and I'm excited. So thank you.
And Elaine, anything that we didn't talk about the Francis Malcolm Science Center or your work that you wanted to make sure you shared with folks?
Well, I just wanted to say that I appreciated Renee reaching out to us, and we had a really good conversation when I think we were out there for over an hour on the trail the day that Renee came. And I look forward to working with ACAP further to help our students and families in Aroostook County. So thank you. And thank you, Jason, for inviting me today.
Glad to have you, Elaine and Laura, and certainly you, Don, as well. Renee, very proud of the work that you do here at the agency. And I think that the combination of bringing together both our state partners and some of the local folks that are helping you make the work happen here is great. So what are your thoughts as you sort of are relatively new embarking on this particular chapter under HEAL, but have certainly been doing this kind of work in Aroostook County for a number of years now and very effectively so?
Thank you. I appreciate that. There's one tidbit of information that's exciting because we can come alongside both programs. Earlier this summer, Winter Kids put out a grant, and I just thought I'd take the opportunity to just give it a shot and apply and see what happened. And we were awarded the funds. I wasn't expecting it, but it was a unique opportunity because it's a process where the people within the community have the chance to vote on the initiative that they think would be the most beneficial. So we were chosen, and we received $1,500. And so we'll be buying locally from Bike, Board, and Ski, and they've given us a discount and things like that. We're going to add that to the lending library resource you saw earlier, and it will be they'll be able to loan these snowshoes out. And I do know Elaine had said they have a need where their snowshoes are getting worn down. So those will be up for grabs for the groups that she serves. And Laura and I talked about maybe having some trails around the community garden for the people to be able to snowshoe. So that I'm really excited to come alongside them and support them in that way. So I'm excited about that. And we also have a little bit of funding for some signage. So I'm hoping to support both groups in that way as well. So looking forward to that and continuing work. But I do want to add that what I find that is the most valuable with this program is to be able to come alongside people like this and businesses and programs and the great work that they're doing. So I just wanted to really highlight the importance of partnerships and collaborating within the communities.
We will have to do another episode in the middle of winter when the snowshoes are here. We can put you and Elaine live on location, or maybe at Laura's spot or whatever, with some kids and snowshoes, and that would be a great Take It Outdoors ACAP today.
Yeah, I think I'd have to come up for that. Elaine, going to reach out to you to say, if I come visit, can I come tour yours? I love to get out there.
Absolutely.
Great. Sounds like we're going to do this again in a couple of months, and check out. We'll take our viewers out onto the trails and check out the snowshoes. And Renee, the snowshoes will also be able to benefit youth and programs through ACAP, like the Head Start program, correct?
That's right. We have lots of littles that have never had a chance to snowshoe, and it's important throughout the winter. It's a long winter to keep people moving and active and try to get them all out and try something new. So we're making life better here in Aroostook.
Indeed, right, living up to our motto there. Thank you very much, Renee Bragg. Elaine Hendrickson, Laura Bagley, and Don Littlefield from Maine CDC, thank you so much for joining us on this episode of ACAP today. And thank you to all of you out there. Before we leave you, we're going to do as we usually do and bring you our highlight snapshot. And our highlight snapshot this week takes us to our team at our customer service center near Walmart in Presque Isle at 771 Main Street, who are showing their support for the community of Lewiston recently by wearing red on November 1st. This ACAP team stands strong with the people of Lewiston and the surrounding area in the wake of that unspeakable tragedy that unfolded in their area 2 weeks ago. Our special thoughts go out to our colleagues at Community Concepts. That's the community action agency serving that particular region, Lewiston, Auburn, and the surrounding counties. So thank you to our team who wore red that day and thought of our colleagues in Lewiston. We all sort of stand Maine strong, certainly stand Maine strong, I should say, in the wake of that tragedy. And so with that, and we thank our guests for being with us this week. We'll be back in a couple of weeks with the early December, yes, believe it or not, early December edition of ACAP Today. Until then, have a great rest of November, everyone.
Thank you.